Today, we're kicking off what I've been lovingly calling Crimetober with the 3 most bizarre outbursts in an interrogation room. Coming in at number 3 is Jodi Arias and the murder of Travis Alexander. Jodi Arias met Travis Alexander in September 2006 at a PPL conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, and shortly after, Jodi converted to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which Travis was a part of, and the two quickly became close. They had a long-distance relationship throughout their time together, and Travis's friends often spoke negatively of Jodi, saying that their relationship was tumultuous and that Arias' behavior was strange and worrying. It seems that Travis's friends were correct in their opinions of Jodi Arias because on Wednesday, June 4th, 2008, Travis Alexander sustained 27 to 29 stab wounds, a slit throat, and a gunshot wound to the head. Medical examiner Kevin Horn testified that Alexander's jugular vein, common carotid artery, and trachea had been slashed and that Alexander had defensive wounds on his hands. Horn further testified that Alexander may have been dead at the time the gunshot was inflicted, and that the back wounds were shallow. Alexander's death was ruled a homicide, and the prime suspect was Jodi Arias. On July 9, 2008, Arias was indicted by a grand jury in Maricopa County, Arizona, for the first-degree murder of Alexander. She was arrested at her home and extradited to Arizona on September 5th. Arias pleaded not guilty on September 11th. During this time, she gave several different accounts about her involvement in Alexander's death. She originally told police that she had not been in Mesa on the day of the murder and had last seen Alexander in March 2008. Arias later told police that 2 intruders had broken into Alexander's home, murdering him and attacking her. 2 years after the arrest, Arias told police that she killed Travis Alexander in self-defense, claiming that she had been a victim of domestic violence. Arias exhibited bizarre behaviors during her police interrogation. She does a handstand, and is caught snooping through the trash can and printer paper by the security system. Arias sings to herself as she's alone in the interrogation room.
You breathe. I wonder how am I still here? And I don't wanna lose a thing. It might change my memory. And I won't go, and I can't breathe until you're resting here with me. And I won't go, and I can't hide, and I won't leave.
Jodi Arias was later convicted of murdering Travis Alexander and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Taking the second slot is Shayna Hubers and the murder of Ryan Poston. Ryan Poston was working as an attorney in Cincinnati, Ohio, when he met 19-year-old Shayna Hubers in 2011 on Facebook. The two began dating shortly after and reportedly had a volatile relationship, breaking up several times over an 18-month period. On October 12, 2012, Shayna called 911 to report that she had killed her boyfriend, Ryan Poston, in his Highland Heights condominium. Hubers shot Poston 6 times, but she continually maintained that the killing was in self-defense. That night, during her interrogation, she alleged that her relationship with Poston had been abusive. Although she was read her Miranda rights, Hubers voluntarily spoke to police. When explaining the details of their relationship, she described Poston as very vain and that she gave him the nose job he always wanted. She made statements that could be considered inappropriate under the circumstances, such as, "I don't know if anyone will ever want to marry me if they know that I killed a boyfriend in self-defense." After being left alone in the interrogation room for several hours, Hubers began pacing and dancing around the room and singing Amazing Grace. She also said aloud, "I did it. Yes, I did it. I can't believe I did that. And I'm so good at acting." Hubers was arrested for murder and was held on a $5 million bond. Shayna Hubers was later convicted of Ryan Poston's murder and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. She will have to serve 17 years before she can be considered for parole in 2032. Our number one most bizarre outburst in an interrogation room goes to Charles Shoulders and the murder of John Dora Shoulders. During the 4th of July weekend in 2015, Louisville, Kentucky native Charles Shoulders called 911 to report that he had shot and killed his wife, John Dora Shoulders. John Dora was pronounced dead at the scene due to a single gunshot to the head. During his time in the interrogation room, 74-year-old Shoulders got increasingly angry and started shouting, throwing chairs, and at one point urinated on the floor of the interrogation room. Shoulders was later convicted of John Dora Shoulders' murder and was sentenced to 27 years in prison. So there we have it, the top 3 most bizarre outbursts in an interrogation room. Have you come across anything more bizarre? If so, leave it in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of my new videos. I hope y'all enjoyed this kind of video. I know that it's kind of different from what I typically post, but thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!